April 7th, 2019. The Golden State Warriors held their final regular season game in Oracle Arena. After 47 years in Oakland, the Warriors were preparing to leave for San Francisco and wanted to give their loyal supporters a night to remember. The champs made a special wardrobe choice, unleashing the We Believe throwback jerseys. These classic threads paid homage to the Baron Davis-era Warriors, the era that made history in the playoffs and turned Oracle Arena into Roracle, hyphiest basketball arena in the league. It also provided a sweet connection of nostalgia for those who remember Steph Curry being drafted into those very same jerseys.
Last night at Oracle during the regular season, and I don't know, for me, it was weird because I used to wear that jersey back in 2009.
The Warriors first broke out these fits in 2002. These cartoonish superhero wannabe threads must have been an attempt to distract the fan base from just how trash the team was. Between 1995 and 02, they had 6 seasons with at least 50 losses. The Dubs did use some of those lottery picks to stockpile some intriguing players though. Guys like 2-time slam dunk champ Jason Richardson, the French Michael Jordan, Michael Petrus, the Latvian sensation Andris Biedrins, and the Mississippi Bullet Monte Ellis. The Dubs even brought Warriors legend Chris Mullin to oversee their front office. He was the man who in 2005 pulled the trigger on the trade that brought in all-star point guard Baron Davis. That year, the Warriors only won 34 games, but you wouldn't know it by fan turnout. They had the 10th highest attendance in the league. Fans could feel magic bubbling and wanted to be a part of it. Jay Rich and the Warriors teamed up for newspaper and online media messages promising the fans that the Warriors would make them proud the next year. In 2006, the Warriors were able to pry Don Nelson from the Dallas Mavericks, bringing him back as head coach for the Warriors. Nelson had coached the Warriors during the revival of the late 80s and early 90s when he had run Team C and later Chris Webber. "I'm happy for Nelly," Mavericks owner Mark Cuban said. "I think this means that the Warriors will finally make the playoffs. Nelly is that good of a coach." #foreshadowing. In the 06-07 season, the Warriors added Bay Area native Matt Barnes and a young Kelena Azubuike. The final roster move occurred on January 16, 2007, when the Dubs traded Dunleavy, Murphy, and Ike Diagu to the Indiana Pacers in exchange for a major trade package highlighted by Stephen Jackson and Al Harrington. After the trade, Coach Nelson said, "We just had some players on the team that didn't seem to be fitting in the direction we were going. We wanted to make a change." But the roster shakeup and some nagging injuries had the team struggling until the first week of March, when they were 9 games under 500. On March 5th, 2007, Baron Davis made his return from a month-long knee rehab and helped the Warriors blow out the title-contending Detroit Pistons. The players felt something brewing. The Warriors were reborn through Nelly Ball. They gelled together as a tough, versatile group that would run opponents off the floor with long-range bombing and swarming defense. The Warriors ripped off a 16-5 finish to the season and snuck into the playoffs as an 8th seed in a stacked Western Conference. How stacked? Well, we're talking about an era of Steve Nash's Suns, Kobe Bryant's Lakers, and Tim Duncan's Spurs. The Warriors weren't on anybody's radar, but they were in the tournament. And what do you know? Waiting to meet them in the first round with the team Coach Nelly helped build, the number 1 seeded Dallas Mavericks, with that season's MVP, future Hall of Famer Dirk Nowitzki. Dallas was the reigning champion of the Western Conference, looking to avenge their NBA Finals loss the season before. Many pundits looked at the Warriors as just a speed bump in the Mavericks' way. That is, until the series kicked off, when Golden State stunned the Mavericks and took Game 1 in Dallas. In Game 2, the Mavs roared back and evened the series at 1-1. That's when the eyes of the NBA shifted to Oakland, where a thirsty Dub Nation was ready to let 13 years of frustration loose in a rocking Oracle Arena. The Warriors passed out 20,000 We Believe t-shirts, inspired by a local fan named Paul Wong, who had spent his own dollars to pass out several thousand signs with the slogan.
I remember him seeing that sign right there when you're going into the tunnel. He always had a sign up.
The biggest crowd in Warriors history came out for Oakland's first playoff game in 13 years. The Warriors punished Dallas 109-91 as Dub Nation roared at ear-splitting decibels.
That Game 3 crowd, it was just, 13 years of frustration going on. And they finally got a chance to let it out.
In Game 4, Baron Davis went bananas, dropping 33 points and leading the Dubs to a 103-99 win to take a 3-1 lead in the series. After the game, B. Diddy said, "It's just fun. Coming into the playoffs, Coach said we had nothing to lose. We just wanted to be in the playoffs for this city, for the whole Bay Area." The series then shifted back to Dallas, where the Mavericks refused to be closed out in Game 5, surviving with a 118-112 victory. That set the tone for Game 6 in Oakland, where the Warriors gave their fans a night that will live forever in the Bay Area. The Dubs blew out the Mavs 111-86, sealing one of the biggest upsets in sports history. They were led by a then franchise record 7 made three-pointers by Stephen Jackson, aka Captain Jack. Now for my money, it was the biggest upset in NBA history, as Golden State became the first 8 seed to win a best-of-7 series. The Dubs hadn't won a best-of-7 series in 31 years, and it was their first series win since beating San Antonio in 1991. The Warriors' magical run ended in the second round to the Utah Jazz in 5 games. But at least Baron Davis gave Dub Nation a parting gift for their faith. Unfortunately, the We Believe team just couldn't sustain that success. The Dubs traded away fan favorite Jason Richardson in the offseason. After that, they lost Baron Davis to free agency. With J. Rich and B. Diddy out of the picture, the team lost its spark and submarined down the standings yet again. Don Nelson stepped down as coach in 2010, but not before drafting a special player who would one day lift the Warriors' spirit again, a young Stephen Curry. Curry is the link between the Splash Bros dynasty and those We Believe era uniforms. That's why he was so thrilled to rock them at Oracle's last regular season game. That We Believe team connected with the city of Oakland in a truly unique way. Overlooked underdogs with big hearts and even bigger swag. Captain Jack said, "This is a hard-working city that overcomes a lot of adversity, a lot of ups and downs. A lot of people here struggle and fight to make it and to fight poverty and live a better life. It's funny that those funky-looking jerseys could inspire such fascination and excitement. The We Believe era resonated across the NBA. The memories of those defiant Dubs battling and toppling a #1 seed will never be forgotten."
To see the energy in that building through the TV was phenomenal, and that was such a huge upset that, everybody was in front of the TV everywhere I went watching those games, and Baron Davis, that player is going to be remembered here in the Bay Area forever.
They gave a sweet taste of satisfaction to a fan base that had so many hopes deferred. That We Believe team and those loud jerseys will always stand as a testament to Oakland's love for their team and the evidence of what can happen with the power of faith.